What life is showing me about me, especially today. I've missed having horses in my life, and I found this calendar full of horse pictures. So even though I'm not likely to use a calendar because I prefer to lose track of time, I do like having at least the pictures of horses back in my life. I went out this morning. I had 2 hours up here. I was visiting with a friend and went down with the dog to have a smoke. And the old man who was so supportive of me when we couldn't get through to get my voucher renewed, he starts ranting that, I hogged the picnic table, so he never gets to go out to it. He can't bring his dog out, yada yada. And I didn't know what that was about because I was up here for 2 hours. He never takes his dog out till after everybody goes to bed at night. So go down, have a smoke, visit with people. My friend and I come back up here and ended up taking a nap, eating. Good 3-4 hours up here. Went down to have a smoke, sitting at the table. And the dude comes out ranting, threatening me. I'm going to go to the front desk. I'm going to have you booted out. You're hogging this picnic table. You're out here 24/7. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get my dog to come out here and he's going to chomp your little dog. Is that what you want? You want your little dog to get chomped? Blah, blah, blah. And for the first time in my life, I was not intimidated. I did not think that I was in the wrong. I knew I wasn't. And I didn't get all insecure because he is from around here. He does know everybody from around here for the last 20 or more years. And I figured, well, you want to bring the front desk into it? I'll go on up to the front desk and let them know that he's threatening me. And I come back out, and he didn't see me coming back from the office because he was outside and I was walking back to my room through the inside. And so the guy at the front desk told him, the guy at the front desk gets his picnic table, and he's not here to babysit people. And I'm allowed to use that picnic table anytime I want. He can go to the other one if he doesn't like it. Well, he didn't know that. I knew that, and he's out there. I told you, everybody around here, I know them people at the front desk, yada yada. I'm like, what changed between the day before yesterday when everything was cool? Yesterday, hardly saw him at all. And today, he's targeting me with threats and stuff like that. Where did this come from? And then it occurred to me, what is the pattern in my life? This friend that I've been hanging out with is male. And apparently, this old man had designs, or some hope of designs, on getting with me. Because the pattern in my life is, if men don't have their way with me, they target me. They try and destroy my existence. And for the first time, I'm not putting up with it. I'm not feeling any insecurity. I'm not feeling like I'm at fault at all. So, I'm appreciating seeing that growth in myself. Because I have had everything, absolutely everything taken from me. Constantly. Just because I don't fuck a guy. Yep. Demonize me and hate me. Because you can't have your way with me. But also, I've been going through some interesting metaphysical changes. So interesting with the inversion, the subconscious being so conscious. And the inner masculine and feminine are now seeing where they've undermined each other throughout my life. And thankfully, I'm not resisting it. Neither aspect of me is resisting any of this. And they're joining teams and working together. And the strangest thing, the communication in the body is just so incredibly more than I've ever imagined and we're taught to expect as human beings. I was walking home after going to town, and my knees, they just felt like they wanted to bend, like curl up. And I was like, that's weird. Maybe I need to lay down. Do I want to curl them up to my chest, lay down in the fetal position? Do I want, what are my knees, wanting here for comfort? And then I realized that at the same moment my knees wanted to bend, I had gotten the information that I had to go pee. It was not yet doing the pee-pee dance, holding it desperately. But that's how in tune all the parts of my body can be to each other. That the knees know it's time to squat because I have to urinate. And it just shed so much more new light for me on how sensitive the body is and how much more attention I could be giving to its needs. Because it's bringing me to my knees. And so I'm not experiencing leg weakness necessarily as like lack of blood flow or muscle tone. It's like a misfiring of communication that I'm paying for now that what used to run the lower half of my body, my legs had always been strong. My legs would never fail me. I had thighs that a bodybuilder would envy. And they would express that envy. Because I was a gymnast and I rode horses most of my life. So it's very disorientating for me to lose my leg strength. And it's just fascinating how we do separate the aspects of ourselves and we separate ourselves from ourselves. And we're conditioned to, of course, you got to sit all day in a classroom. You got to raise your hand to go pee. And if you're on the teacher's good side, you get to go. And how many thousands of ways, day after day, do we deny our body its needs just so we can get it done? And our mind, the intellectual half, says, well, I can't give in to that need right now because I have to do this. The kids are hungry, the house needs to be clean. You got to go to work. You got to go to school. You got to meet that friend. You got to make it here on time. Appointments. One thing after another. So, life is showing me I've grown some balls. And there's a whole lot more communicating going on inside of me than I ever imagined was possible.